Hi everybody, this is Dino from Prehistoric Facts, and so we got another special episode here, so let's actually get right to it, shall we? And we're going to be talking about Mamenchisaurus. Now, Mamenchisaurus, I kind of forgot what its name means in Greek or Latin, but anybody can actually give me that. It actually lived in the Jurassic around 168 to 145 million years ago in China. Length of 115 feet and a weight, and probably would have weighed between 50 to 75 tons. And and of course, it's a type of sauropod, and it's a sauropod, so it would actually have eaten plants. Now, Mamenchisaurus is actually a kind of well-known dinosaur to a lot of the paleontology community, into the fact that it is actually one of the most spectacular type of sauropods that has ever been found in China, and it is actually kind of related to Diplodocus, if you actually kind of think about that, and you actually look at the one feature of this dinosaur, and it is the neck. The neck of this animal is actually almost 46 feet. That is unbelievable. Mamenchisaurus has got one of the longest necks of any sauropod, and that kind of gives it the name of this animal, of that it actually has a very long neck. And so this animal would actually be roaming around in herds, probably small herds, and would actually be kind of like a low ground type of feeder. So it'd be eating ferns and cycads and all that sorts of stuff. And of course, in that time of Mamenchisaurus, it was very hot, very dry, and there were very few predators around of Mamenchisaurus, mainly Yangchuanosaurus. And Yangchuanosaurus would actually be the predator that would actually be going after Mamenchisaurus for pretty much most of the time. And Yangchuanosaurus would actually be going after the juveniles and the old and sick, and of course probably Yangchuanosaurus hunted in packs in order to actually take down a Mamenchisaurus. Now, Mamenchisaurus would actually be very slow moving, and it would not have that much of any speed, and so that's why it was a gigantic animal. And sauropods are usually pretty big, and and they're not very fast at all. And so that's why you actually have Mamenchisaurus actually being part of the sauropod family. And considering that it is related to Diplodocus, it actually kind of has almost the same features as Diplodocus: the skull, the vertebrae on the neck, and also in the tail. And next, it's got that whip-like tail, so that would actually be giving like a cracking whip type of motion. And so, and that would also form of communication though too, because that would actually give Mamenchisaurus that ability to actually identify which is which in the herd. As you see, if you got your tail wiggling around, that is a good sign that you're actually communicating to other members of the herd. Not just noise, but also movements of the tail, and that would actually give the ability to actually communicate in between the herd. And of course, the extinction with this animal is just that it couldn't adapt to the new changes, and you actually kind of see that when the Cretaceous began, sauropods started to decline, and it was really a really bad time for sauropods in the Cretaceous, unless if you're a titanosaur. And so that would actually be the case, is that Mamenchisaurus could not adapt to the new changes in the environment. I'm actually going to do another episode here pretty soon, so stick around for that, and see you guys in a little bit.